Ever heard of a business tool that's so simple, it's practically iconic, yet so controversial? It's been both praised as revolutionary and dismissed as, like, a relic,
Sounds intriguing.
right?
What is this mysterious tool?
It's the BCG Matrix.
Oh, okay.
You know, the one with
Yeah.
the stars and the dogs?
Yeah.
We're doing a deep dive into its fascinating history,
Right.
how it exploded in popularity, why it faced such backlash,
Yeah.
and the big question, why do some companies still swear by it today?
Yeah, it's remarkable how a simple chart, a 2x2 grid,
Right.
could cause such a stir in the business world.
I know.
It's just,
It's wild.
it's wild.
And to unravel this mystery,
Yeah.
we're turning to a 2017 academic paper for some serious insights. It's called Not Dead Yet: The Rise, Fall, and Persistence of the BCG Matrix.
That title alone speaks volumes. Like, wow, okay.
But
But before we uncover its secrets,
Yeah.
how about a quick recap of the BCG Matrix?
Yes.
For our listeners, just so we're all on the same page.
Absolutely. Imagine a chart, right?
Yeah.
It's got market growth on one side
Okay,
and market share on the other.
got it.
You take your different business units
Right.
and plop them into one of the four quadrants.
Okay.
High growth, high share. You got yourself a star.
The star is born.
High share, but low growth.
Yeah.
That's a cash cow. Struggling with low share in a high growth market,
Yeah.
question mark.
Make it or break it.
And then there are the dogs.
Oh, yeah. Everybody knows about the dogs.
Low share, low growth.
Right. So the genius, or perhaps the danger, of the BCG Matrix is that it doesn't just show you where your business units stand.
Right.
It tries to tell you what to do go.
Yeah.
But
it's prescriptive, yeah.
it almost nudges you, right?
Okay.
Invest in your rising stars.
Yes.
Harvest from your reliable cash cows.
Yes.
And maybe even ditch those dogs altogether.
Right. Like, who needs them?
It's like a recipe for strategic decision-making.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why it became so popular.
Yeah.
Think back to the 1960s and 70s.
Okay.
The era of massive conglomerates, right?
Yeah.
Companies like GE
Yeah.
were managing tons of different businesses at once.
Right.
And it was overwhelming.
Yeah.
Like trying to juggle flaming bowling pins while riding a unicycle, right?
I was going to say, how do you even keep track of it all?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah, so the BCG Matrix, which, interestingly enough, emerged from the consulting trenches of BCG itself,
Oh, interesting.
not some ivory tower,
Wow.
promised to bring order to that chaos.
Right, like a nice, neat solution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, we got this, we can put it all
Make it simple.
on a chart.
There you go.
Easy peasy.
It was the perfect tool for the time. Visual,
Yeah.
simple,
Right.
and it promised big results.
Who doesn't want that?
Right.
Sign me up.
No wonder over 100 major companies had adopted it by 1972.
Wow.
It's huge.
Yeah, that's wild.
But how much of its success was due to its actual effectiveness?
Yeah.
And how much was due to what our paper calls management fashion?
Management fashion.
It's like bell bottoms or disco.
Right.
Sometimes things just catch on.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
But the BCG Matrix,
Yeah.
it wasn't just a fleeting trend.
Right.
It was the management tool for years.
It really was.
What made it so sticky?
Well, think about those catchy names.
Okay.
Stars.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Huh?
Cash cows.
Right.
It's like a children's story.
Right.
Almost impossible to forget.
Definitely more memorable than, say,
Yeah.
the growth share matrix.
Right, exactly.
Even I would struggle to remember that one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But while that simplicity was initially appealing,
Okay.
it also became a major point of contention
Okay.
because it painted a picture of the business world
Right.
that was a little too black and white.
Okay.
Or should I say, star and dog.
There you go.
Right.
Right.
Academics started pointing out that the real world
Yeah.
is far messier
No messier.
than a 2x2 grid can capture.
Right, because reducing every business unit to just market share and market growth
Yeah.
is kind of like judging a fish by its ability to climb a tree,
Right, exactly.
isn't it? It misses a whole lot of important information.
100%.
Yeah.
For instance,
Yeah.
imagine a company with a
Yes.
strong digital presence,
Okay.
but low market share.
Okay.
According to the BCG Matrix,
Okay.
they might look like a dog,
Right.
even if they're
like
on the verge of disrupting the entire industry.
about to be a huge, massive star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So the simplicity that made it appealing also became its Achilles heel.
In a way, yeah.
Was that the beginning of the end for the BCG Matrix?
It definitely played a role, right?
Okay.
As we moved into the 1980s,
Okay.
the business landscape was changing.
Okay.
Conglomerates.
Right.
The BCG Matrix's ideal customer
Right.
started to kind of
Lose their shine.
lose their luster.
Yeah.
The focus shifted from managing a diverse portfolio of businesses
Right.
to competing in specific markets.
Okay.
It was a whole new ballgame with
Well,
new rules.
New rules, yeah.
Exactly.
But here's the real head scratcher.
Okay.
Despite all this,
Yeah.
the academic critiques,
Right.
the changing business world,
Right.
the BCG Matrix is somehow
Yeah.
still alive.
I know.
Our paper says it's still lurking around in many companies.
I know. It's crazy.
How can a tool be declared dead by academics, yet still be
Right.
alive and kicking in the boardroom?
It's the case of the business tool that refused to die.
Right. Talk about a business world zombie apocalypse. Like, it's
wild.
It's a bit like that old saying,
Yeah.
don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Right. Right.
Maybe the BCG Matrix, for all its flaws,
Yeah.
has some enduring wisdom to offer.
Perhaps, yeah. But this deep dive isn't just about dissecting a single business tool.
Okay.
It's about equipping you
Yeah.
with the critical thinking skills
Right.
to approach any management fad
Yes.
or shiny new framework.
It's like, before you jump on the bandwagon,
Yes.
you need to
Kick the tires.
kick the tires, look under the hood.
Look under the hood, read the manual.
Right. Read the academic critiques.
Exactly. Don't just accept something at face value.
Right.
Even if it comes with a big name consulting firm attached to it.
Right, exactly.
Take the BCG matrix, for example. It assumes that market share
Okay.
is directly linked to profitability.
Okay.
But is that always the case in today's world?
That's a great point.
Right.
Yeah,
Think about companies like Tesla.
Tesla, Spotify.
Yeah, they've disrupted entire industries without necessarily dominating market share from the get-go.
It's easy to forget that these tools are just that.
Yeah.
Tools. They're not magic wands.
Right.
And they can't replace good old-fashioned critical thinking.
100%. Yeah.
In fact, sometimes the most valuable insights come from challenging the status quo,
Right.
from asking what if.
What if, exactly.
Right.
And that brings us to a thought-provoking question.
Okay, hit me.
For you to ponder. Okay.
Okay.
If you were tasked with designing a BCG matrix for the 21st century,
Okay.
how would you update it?
Ooh, that's a good one. Would you add a whole new axis to the grid? Maybe something that captures a company's digital presence?
Woo, interesting.
Or their sustainability efforts?
Right.
Or would you ditch the 2x2 grid altogether
Right.
and go for something more, dynamic and nuanced?
It's fascinating to consider, right?
Right.
Would our 21st century matrix
Yeah.
be able to predict the rise of the next Amazon or Google?
Right.
Companies that were once considered
Question marks.
– but became giants.
Totally. It makes you think about the ever-changing nature of business.
All right.
And the tools we use to navigate it.
Right.
The BCG Matrix, for all its faults,
Yeah.
reminds us that no single tool can provide all the answers.
100%. Yeah.
It's about being adaptable, questioning assumptions,
Right.
and, most importantly,
Yeah.
choosing the right approach for the right challenge.
100%. And sometimes that means creating your own tools,
Oh, interesting.
your own frameworks,
Yeah.
based on a deep understanding of the challenges
Right.
and opportunities unique to your situation.
So the next time you encounter a business buzzword
Yes.
or a trendy new framework,
Right.
remember the BCG Matrix,
Remember the BCG matrix?
a cautionary tale,
Eh,
and a reminder to always think for yourself.
Think for yourself.
Who knows? You might just invent the next big thing.
There you go.
See you next time.